Hi guys, I hope you're really well. So this is a video, a story video. This is for James. So James had asked if it were possible to have a video that was like a story video, lots of vocabulary, one line at a time. Great, and I haven't done one of those in a while. Now, I was trying to think of an interesting story, and I was thinking of all the conversations I've had this week and thinking, what was the story I was telling this week that people seem to find really kind of interesting? And then I thought, yeah, it's kind of like virtue signaling, because this story, although not about this actual thing, involves me saying, oh, by the way, I once went and did this thing. And I thought, it just sounds a bit virtue signaling. Do you know what virtue signaling is? When you sort of accidentally on purpose drop in that you did something rather cool. And then I just thought, screw it. It's a good story. So off we go. I'm just going to move the carrier bag that I'm swinging in my hand because that's going to be really noisy. 1 second. I'm having to put my shit down in the snow. 1 second. Oh. Wow, Luke, you're so professional. Off you go. So, my current gym is very different from my old gym. Alors, mon gymnase actuel est très différent de mon ancien gymnase. Mon gymnase actuel, current, est très différent de mon ancien gymnase. Okay? The one I was signed up to. Celui either where I was signed up, où j'étais inscrit, or celui auquel j'étais inscrit. Okay? There were lots of guys who did bodybuilding. Alors, il y avait beaucoup de mecs qui faisaient de la musculation. Il y avait beaucoup de mecs qui faisaient de la musculation. Weightlifting, per se, is haltérophilie, but it's not the same thing. So bodybuilding is musculation. You often say faire de la muscu, faire de la muscu. Okay? One day, so, and what should we say? And it wasn't a very nice gym and it wasn't very clean, but it was good fun. Alors, le gymnase ce n'était pas très sympa. Ils étaient pas très sympas. They weren't very nice there. Et le gymnase n'était pas très propre. Yeah? The reason I left is that all the weightlifters used to dive directly into the swimming pool without having a shower because it just got filthy. La raison pour laquelle j'ai quitté le gymnase, c'était parce que les mecs qui faisaient la musculation plongeaient dans la piscine sans avoir pris une douche. Okay? Plonger to dive. C'était dégueu. It was disgusting. C'était crade. It was filthy. Anyway, one day I was there and two guys were fighting. And when I say fighting, I mean they were trying to smash the weights against each other's chests. Un jour, quand j'étais là, il y avait deux mecs qui se bagarraient. Now, let's quickly talk fighting. There's plenty of verbs for fight. There's one issue of whether or not you're going to be talking about physical fighting versus having, a dispute. And then there's another issue over whether you're using those verbs with the preposition or not. So, for example, lutter is to fight for. You then got verbs like combattre, to fight something. Then you've got se battre contre something. So, je me battais contre lui. Then you've got two people who themselves can se battre. So, for example, they fought, ils se sont battus. The same with the sort of familiar of se bagarrer. So se bagarrer against something, or ils se sont bagarrés, you can kind of do the same thing. All right, so let's just say they were sort of having an argument. Yeah. Ils avaient une grande dispute, or ils se disputaient, okay? Se faire disputer is to get told off, though, so it kind of takes on another context. So bagarrer, combattre, lutter, all in the same kind of vein, all right? Lutter is to struggle for something kind of good, though, really. A guy said to me, you need to stop them. Un mec m'a dit, vous avez besoin de les arrêter. I said, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna say anything. It's too bloody dangerous. Moi, j'ai dit, je ne vais rien dire. Voilà, la situation est trop dangereuse. Because they were fighting with the weights that they were lifting. Okay? Parce qu'effectivement, ils se combattaient avec des poids qu'ils soulevaient. So, des poids, P-O-I-D-S, qu'ils soulevaient des poids. Eventually, I had enough. Alors, finalement, j'en ai eu marre. And I said, okay, guys, please, you know, can you just calm it? You know, you're worrying everybody. J'ai dit, hey, les mecs, calmez-vous. Voilà, vous êtes chiants, vous nous énervez. Voilà, vous inquiétez des gens. This one guy turned around. Alors ce mec, il a fait demi-tour, he did half turn. And he said to me, who the fuck are you? Like he was really like obnoxious. Et il a dit, et vous, vous êtes qui? And sometimes you just have to stand up to people. Voilà. Des fois, il faut rester là où vous êtes. And I was like, who the fuck are you? Et moi, j'ai dit, et vous, vous êtes qui? And he said, where are you fucking from? And I said, I'm from here. Where the fuck are you from? Et moi, j'ai dit, moi, je suis d'ici. Et vous, vous êtes d'où? To be honest with you, I probably wouldn't have tutored him in French. I said, toi, tu viens d'où, toi? So he said, I'm from Romania. I bet you've never been to my country. Alors lui, il a dit, alors moi, je suis... So, be careful with this. La Roumanie, R-O-U, or a person from Romania is a Roumain or a Roumaine, as opposed to a Roma or a Romaine, which is Rome, as in from Rome, as in more specifically, although it can mean from Rome and Italy now, part of the Roman Empire. And you will see Christian names in France, which are like Romain. You will see that quite a lot. So he said, I'm from Romania. I bet you've never been there. Alors moi, je suis de la Roumanie. J'imagine que vous avez jamais visité ce pays. Vous avez jamais été là. This is probably 5 years ago. On parle d'il y a probablement à peu près 5 ans. And I said to the guy, shut the fuck up. I've been to Romania about 5 or 6 times. Et alors moi, j'avais dit au mec, I had said to the guy, tais-toi, j'y suis allé 5-6 fois. J'y suis allé 5-6 fois. I've been there 5 or 6 times. And he said, no, sorry, because before that he said, I bet you don't even know my country. J'imagine que vous ne connaissez même pas mon pays. J'imagine que vous ne connaissez même pas mon pays. So I said, yes, I've been there 5 or 6 times. J'ai dit oui, alors j'y suis allé 5-6 fois. J'y suis allé 5-6 fois. And he said, you're lying, why did you go to Romania? Et il a dit, alors, hang on, I'm going to slip on this bloody ice and die. T'es qu'un menteur, yeah, tu es en train de mentir, to lie. And I said, he said, when did you first go to Romania? Quand est-ce que tu y es allé pour la première fois? I said, I went in 1994 to work with orphans, some of whom were HIV positive. J'ai dit, j'y suis allé en 1994 pour travailler avec des orphelins, dont quelques-uns qui étaient séropositifs. And he said, where did you go? So at least they'd stop fighting for the moment. T'étais où? And I said, well, the town in question was called Komplung. La ville en question s'appelait Komplung. And the guy went completely white. Alors il est blanchi. And he said, oh yes, because I said I was working with orphans. Alors j'avais dit que je travaillais avec des orphelins dans un orphelinat, like an orphanage. And he said, I am an orphan, and I was in the orphanage in Komplung in 1994. Alors il a dit, alors moi je suis orphelin, j'étais orphelin, et moi j'y étais en 1994. Big, massive guy, like a really big, huge guy. Enfin, un mec énorme, très costaud, like muscly built. And I said, good, I probably wiped your ass. J'ai dit, ouais, je t'ai probablement essuyé les fesses. Essuyer to wipe. Not just that, but generally wiping. Like windscreen wipers or essuie-glace. So he said, I got adopted. No, I don't know anybody from before then. Et il a dit, alors oui, on m'a adopté, j'ai été adopté. Et je connais personne de cette période de ma vie. I know nobody from this period of my life. Je connais personne de cette période de ma vie. Je ne connais personne de cette période de ma vie. And I said, well, I can't guarantee that I, worked with you, but I saw every child that was there. J'ai dit, je peux pas garantir, je peux rien garantir, je suis pas sûr d'avoir travaillé avec toi, mais j'ai vu tous les enfants qui étaient là. Side note, par hasard, I slept with, not slept with, I was residing with nuns who were connected to the Edgbaston Priory. Yeah. Alors moi, effectivement, j'étais logé avec les bonnes sœurs. I don't want to create problems, but when there were kids with like piss holes in their sheets, these women lived in king luxury. Alors j'aime pas non plus lancer toute une affaire, mais quand il y avait des enfants avec des trous dans des draps, enfin ces bonnes femmes effectivement, elles avaient une vie luxueuse, une vie de luxe. So this guy started to cry. Alors ce mec il a commencé à pleurer, il s'est mis à pleurer. Because he knew I was telling the truth, parce qu'il savait que je disais la vérité. And il savait que je disais la vérité. And he was like, so I can't remember what happened the first time. Alors je m'en souviens plus de ce qui s'est passé. But he calmed down, il s'est beaucoup calmé. The following day, I went to the gym because in those days I was very physically capable. Alors le lendemain, je suis allé au gymnase parce que, à ce moment-là, j'étais très capable. And he happened to be at the reception when I was there. Par hasard, il était à la réception quand j'étais là. And in front of me, with his friend, ironically the one he was having a fight with the day before, so there you go, that's roid rage, steroids. Et bizarrement avec son ami, celui avec qui il avait quelques problèmes la veille, the day before la veille, parce que voilà, steroids, les stéroïdes. And he was like, This is my friend. He like my father. He was like, je vous présente mon ami. Il est comme mon père. C'est comme un père. And I was so moved. Alors moi j'étais très ému. And every time I saw him, after that, he was like, my friend. À chaque fois que je l'ai vu, il était mon ami. So this is quite a useful story. Alors c'est une histoire assez intéressante because it shows us everybody has the capacity. Well, a lot of people. Some people are just fucking terrible. A lot of people have the capacity for both, good and evil. Alors c'est une histoire intéressante parce que ça démontre que beaucoup de personnes, ils ont la capacité pour le bien et le mal. Okay? We can all be good and better versions. We can all be worse versions. So I left the gym because, well, various reasons. J'y vais plus pour plusieurs raisons. But yeah, and then for a couple of years though, I used to get a Christmas card from this guy. Alors je recevais une carte à Noël, which is a little bit interesting because I never gave him my address. Alors c'est un tout petit peu intéressant parce que je ne lui ai jamais donné mon adresse. So the receptionist rang me. Alors le réceptionniste m'a passé un coup de fil and he was like, there's a guy at reception who wants your number and your address, Luke. And I think he just thought it was for some other reason. Il a dit, ouais, il y a un mec à la réception qui veut ton adresse et ton numéro. And I know the guy, Mia, at the reception really well. He's a really nice guy. Alors je connais, I don't think he's still there. I think he works for Tesco now. But I knew this guy very well. So I said, which guy is it? And he said, it's a Romanian guy that says you looked after him when he was little. Il a dit, alors c'est un Roumain et il dit que tu t'occupais de lui quand il était petit. And I went, oh yes, okay, yeah, fine, that's fine. He can have my address, but don't give him my telephone number. Il peut avoir mon adresse, mais pas le numéro de téléphone. And I used to get a Christmas card. So, yeah. So what are the chances? What are the chances? What are the chances? Le monde est petit, it's a small world. Anyway, James, the first of our little stories, I need to get in before I lose my hands because it's 3 degrees below. For our American friends, that's 3 degrees below freezing, but for us, that would be like -3, but obviously you guys are like 25, 26, whatever, Fahrenheit. Anyway, loads of love. If you've enjoyed the story, please do let me know. I'll do a few more of them. Remember, there's a coffee link underneath. You can pay for a little coffee to keep me warm over winter. And I'll speak to you guys soon.